140 miles north of Stockholm in southern Helsingland rises a hill 400 feet over the two villages that lie below, Segerstads to the east and Hanebo to the west. This height of land is known as Hårgaberget, that is, the Hårga mountain. Some say that in ancient times human sacrifices were made there, whereby the mountain earned its name, for it could be that the word Hårga comes from an Old Norse word that means altar or cult site, a place for making offerings to the old gods. Those who climb Hårgaberget may find themselves in a strange place, where the pines that elsewhere on the mountain grow tall and straight start to look twisted and crooked and finally fail altogether, giving way to mosses, grasses, and small plants that grow in thin soils. In this open glade lies a great ring of flat stone, where it seems what little earth that covers the stony bones of the mountain has been somehow worn away. It is said that the mountain is haunted, and during the night ghastly sounds can be heard there. I have even read that 69 men from the Helsingland infantry regiment, garrisoned in Hanebo and the nearby Bollnäs, once saw a skull roving about the mountain, hopping from treetop to treetop, endlessly repeating the horrible cry, "Ui-hee! Ui-hee!" Indeed, it is a dreadful place, but that should be expected, considering what happened there long ago. The following is the story thereof. At a farm that lay at the foot of the Hårga mountain, some say it was Old Niels's, there was one Saturday evening an unchristian party, with dancing and with drink. That night the church bells rang in the Sabbath and solemnly warned, "Hallow thy soul, the Sabbath has come. Hallow thy soul, the Sabbath has come." But no one in that sinful crowd, as they danced there in the threshing barn, bothered to heed the appeal of the bells. The dance only grew wilder. The cursing and the swearing was heard louder and louder, and the pitchers of ale got emptier and emptier. Finally, into the barn stepped a man whom no one knew. He carried a fiddle, and he offered to play for them. Oh yes, everyone wanted him to play. And he began to fiddle a Polska, the like of which no one had ever heard before. Then they all came together to form a ring of wild dancers that whirled over the threshing floor with a frightful haste. And the fiddler, he played and he played, and they danced and they danced, and at long last they began to sing. There danced those in blue, and those in grey too. On Hårgaberget shall the dancing conclude. Then dawned the Sabbath, yet on and on went the dance. Again rang the church bells, urging the parishioners, "Come to God's house, come to God's house." But all ignored the holy summons, save a single lass, a maiden soon to be married, who, hearkening, wrenched herself out of the ring and fell upon a bench nearly breathless. When the dance rushed by, she tried to pull her betrothed free, but his arm ripped off at the shoulder and remained in her hand. Standing there, holding her beloved's arm, she watched as her man and the whole throng of revelers rushed, still dancing, out of the barn with the fiddler at the fore, away over a stream and up onto the mountain. It was a fearsome dance. And there upon the top of Hårgaberget, the fiddler sprang into the branches of a twisted, gnarled pine to play his relentless tune. Only then, and too late, did the dancers see that the strange fiddler, where his feet ought to be, had instead the hooves of a goat. And they knew him. Satan, fan, hin hole, skam. It was the devil himself. Oh, how they danced and they danced, until their rotting flesh fell off their bones, and yet still they danced, skeletons, until their bones were sundered, and finally, at last, only their whitened skulls remained, which hopped about upon the mountain top in a ring. Wee-hee! Wee-hee!